Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the best brawlers to carry your randoms with. So myself, I play with a lot of randoms, and you guys as well probably play with a lot of randoms as well. Like, I give all these tips and whatever else, but sometimes you just really need tips on how to carry randoms best. So this video hopefully will help you guys out a little bit. So before we jump into the video, then make sure you're using the creator code. That'd be greatly appreciated. And also let me know what you want to see before the next Brawl Talk. I think Brawl Talk will be this weekend, so I need all the video suggestions. Of course, I don't want like a video to get outdated as soon as the update drops. So without further ado, let's hop into it. All right, guys, so jumping into the best brawlers to carry your randoms with in Heist, it has to be Bonnie, Colette, and also the Brock. So I tried out Brock here, but because it's pit stop, it's probably the only map where Brock actually isn't favorable on. So yeah, big rip to trying out Brock here. But I think Bonnie is the case, literally. Even though she's a long-range brawler, of course, she can definitely work on pit stop. I've seen her used a lot on pit stop, for example. I think in every other scenario as well. So unfortunately, kind of stuck in a bad situation here. But let's see if my teammate can defend against them. We're just going to go in myself against this Primo. We can get a little bit of chip damage ourselves here. Let's see if we can get this Primo down. If not, we can just waste a lot of time getting close to super, but there's no point really popping it right here. Primo wastes his super as well, which is pretty good. And then of course you've got Colette, which is definitely a carry brawler, because with Colette, not only can you, well, you can defend, of course, because she deals so much damage against tanks. You can deal so much damage to the enemy safe. So that's why I love going Colette if I want to carry my random, specifically in Kaboom Canyon. That is where I seem to go Colette pretty much all of the time. But yeah, pit stop is a really hard map to really showcase who to carry with, because I think on pit stop you pretty much need like a Anita or a Jessie, which is a lot different to all the other maps. So it's a bit of a base race going on here. Hopefully my Ego can stay alive. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm actually going to lose that one. So I didn't do any carrying on pit stop. You know, if I was to carry on this map, it would be completely different to the norm. It would be like Dynamite, it would be like Jessie or Nita or something like that. But anyways, I think Bonnie, Brock, and Colette are going to be carrying randoms pretty easily. Let's hop into the next one. All right, guys, so jumping into the best brawlers to carry your randoms with in Bounty, for sure it has to be the more so longer range brawlers. So these are going to be brawlers like Piper, Nanny, and also Grom. So Nanny, of course, no explanation really needed, just because Nanny is that brawler that can counter the other long range brawlers. She's also got the super that can one shot so many different brawlers as well. And whenever I'm playing Power League and I'm trying to play a long range map like Shooting Star, I try and get on Nanny as much as possible, because the game can literally go on your shoulders depending on whether you're hitting a Nanny peeps often. So let's try and get this Piper right here. Unfortunately, she just jumps in time, but we're able to get the Grom instead. So you can see here my teammates are dying a lot, but my Nanny heads, if I'm cycling them well enough, should be able to get us back into the game. So I use Gadget there on the Grom. That should get pretty much both of them weak here. Let's see if the Crow can pinch. But yeah, I'm having to try and carry right here. My randoms really aren't helping me out. I'm going to pop the Gadget onto the Grom right here, get the kill, and also get the kill on Gus. So I'm carrying, but my teammates are just sprinting in a straight line, really trying to throw the game right here. So also you have Piper, of course. Piper's a little bit harder to use in this meta, in my opinion, just because there's a lot of different things that can counter us so easily. So yeah, I don't really like going Piper as much, but of course on a map like this, it's going to be pretty easy to carry. So unfortunately the enemies have kind of lagged out, so maybe the carrying doesn't look as good, but before the Gus lagged out we were doing pretty good. And as I said, Grom as well. Grom is a really good pick and Bounty because of the damage potential he has. It's a little bit stronger on maps like Layer Cake, for example, or maybe I'm trying to think of some other ones on my screen, maybe like Temple Ruins, XL. Probably get a better job with the Grom. But anyways, these are going to be the best brawlers for Bounty. Let's hop into the next one. Right, guys, so jumping into the next game mode and the next brawlers, which you're going to be carrying your randoms with. So it's going to be Gem Grab, and its first one's going to be Tara in Gem Grab. So of course, Tara now with the recent buffs is going to be that pop-off brawler, especially if you're chaining those supers pretty well. She's going to carry. So specifically on this map, you've also got double swoosh as well, but it's going to be the two strongest maps for Tara by far. But as well, you can make Tara work pretty much everywhere if you're playing with randoms. Maybe not in competitive, but I think you're pretty safe just to go her pretty much everywhere. So unfortunately, the bow, he's going to use his mines down the right hand side. So kind of our job here to switch. We've got no mid as well in Gem Grab, so this is as well why brawler like Tara should just be able to swing the game in your favor. We're going to pull this Nita pretty easily and get the kill. Actually, I would have actually preferred the other star power just to give us that extra healing, but I forgot to switch completely. And then you've also got Shelly and Ashton. So Shelly, I would say, is just a bit of a better version of Tara right now, because with Shelly you can pop your clay pigeons and obviously counter more sort of the sniper brawlers, and then charge your super just a little bit easy with Shelly. That's why I like her a bit more than the Tara. And then also you have the Ash, which is just self-explanatory. Again, it's literally Ash. He's such a strong brawler to have, so I definitely recommend carrying your randoms with him. So just going to pop the gadget here just to give us a little bit of space, but we've still got a Shelly on our lane, so probably going to use another gadget. Fortunately, my teammates are able to pick up a gem. I don't even know how they did that, so it looks like my randoms are low-key carrying me at the moment, but we have our super to hand right here. We're just going to use it on the bow just to confirm at least one kill, and now we have a Shelly running towards us with super, which is pretty threatening. Honestly, she's chaining super like crazy here. Hopefully, I was hoping our Shelly would have shot the super through the Nita Bear as well, but it didn't really matter too much. We've still got a big enough lead, and we should be able to win this game regardless. So we'll see where all the enemies are at the moment. We've got our super in a couple of hits time. Or Shelly's just going to use a super there. I'm going to pull the Nita, and that's going to be GG's right there. So pretty much every single map, you're going to get some good value with a Tara, and especially the Shelly pick in gem grab. Let's hop into the next one. Alright guys, so jumping into the next game mode and the best brawlers to carry your randoms with, it is Brawl. So starting off with the Carl. Carl is a pop-off brawler in many terms. Like, he's a brawler I always look to if I want to just carry some really bad randoms. But for me, especially in Brawl, he's going to be probably the better out of every single brawler, just because of the fact that you can use your gadget to make so many amazing plays and just score goals with literally the blink of an eye. So that's why I love a brawler like Carl. And also you got some other ones as well. So I think it's pretty standard to assume that B, everyone knows that B is definitely the pop-off brawler. And if you look into carry your randoms, especially in overtime, or just if you've got any kind of wall breaker in your composition, then she's going to carry you. And then of course as well, I see Surge all the time. He's going to be the next one that you're going to be carrying your randoms with, because of course you've got that gadget right now, which still, you know, it's been nerfed, but it's still pretty strong, especially if you're looking to carry your randoms. You can just get some really insane clips with Surge. And you know, if I'm just playing with randoms a lot of times, also just the enemy compositions, they're pretty Surge friendly. Like, you look at this composition here, Surge would have an absolute field day on the enemy composition. So yeah, for me, I just feel like whenever I play randoms as well, the enemy compositions are pretty down bad as well. I don't know about you guys, maybe that's just my kind of thoughts about things. So one thing as well, Fang hasn't got the stun gadget, so I can actually get the kill onto him. I'm going to look to try and get a couple of healing ticks here because of his mortis, but he just destroys me. Anyway, I'm not doing much carrying at the moment. I'm really trying to carry a Carl, but he's actually one of my worst brawlers. So, you know, I must have been playing for about 20 minutes now. So you're just going to have to get some terrible gameplay. Maybe I can make one pop off a play in a second. Let's see, we're getting close to our super, so maybe we can make a pop-off play here. We should be able to get somewhat of a double kill. No, okay, Fang's still going to get that kill somehow. Yeah, it's pretty hard. Normally with Carl, you're kind of looking to face off against more squishy opposition. The more tankier they are, the more they actually counter Carl. So yeah, not the best matchup for us, but it looks like our Mortis is just carrying us instead. Maybe I should just make a video on how to get good randoms, because at the moment, they seem to be pretty decent. So we're going to look to try and make a play right here. We didn't really get the best opportunity to make one, but somehow we actually managed to get that kill as well. So a little bit of a carry towards the end there, but for me, Carl, B and Surge should just be your absolute best bet in carrying in Brawl. Let's hop into the next one. Alright guys, so jumping into the next game mode and the best way to carry your randoms, it is with Hot Zone and with Stu. So Stu has always been that carry brawler, but I think in Hot Zone specifically, I think it is literally his best game mode, and you can absolutely carry with him. So for me, Stu on split has always been one of the best options, and pretty much every single Hot Zone map you can go as Stu. So we're just going to look to kill this tick pretty easily, remove this Rico's walls as well. I mean, that could definitely hurt us in some ways, but I think against a Rico, it's actually better to remove a wall like that, and I'm just going to get pretty much a triple kill. So I absolutely love using Stu. In the right setting, he can absolutely pop off. And even though I literally faced off against Triple Throw at last game, and I kind of stopped recording because I thought that Stu, of course, can't get his super, but I got one super and then it just absolutely carried. So yeah, for me, Stu just needs one super, and as long as you know how to keep it, you're going to be able to carry. And also other brawlers as well, you know, Meg still, even with the rework and a lot of nerfs, I think is definitely that carry option on Hot Zone. A lot of times on some maps like Ring of Fire, for example, you don't even need a brain. You can just run in a straight line and just use your HP to get a lot of zone percentage. So yes, Meg is definitely a really good carry brawler in Hot Zone still. We're going to get the kill onto Rico there. And we should be able to kill this Shelly as well. Nice, we're able to stay alive. And then the last one is going to be Leon. So Leon's a really underrated one in Hot Zone. I think he's so strong, especially on a map like Ring of Fire, parallel plays, and people are still kind of sleeping on it. So I think Leon is definitely a pop-off brawler and a carry brawler. And you also got, of course, the generic like Lou, for example. Lou can always carry, especially if he's cycling supers pretty well. But you've seen there, Stu was a fantastic option, literally carried them so hard. So that's going to be the next one. Let's hop into the last one. Alright guys, so jumping into the final game mode and the best brawlers to carry your randoms with. The first one is going to be Gus. So Gus, if you watch my live streams or just my Power League content on the second channel, and especially when I was playing free to play, Gus was always the brawler that I seemed to go, whether it's bounty or knockout. He's that low-key carry brawler. Like, you may not have the complete best stats at the end of the game, but if you give some good shields to your teammates at the right time and also get some really good gadgets onto the opponents, because that seems to be the way you get kills on knockout, you're going to be carrying the game. So you can see here, just on an aggro brawler, I'm able to get the kill on Edgar. I know that Edgar was pretty dumb, but you get what I mean. There's a lot of like last pick options in knockout which tend to counter your opposition, but if you get some good gadgets, you can counter them. So of course there's a few other options as well. I went with other long range as well. I went with Gray. Gray's like a sneaky carry, because of course you can get outranged quite easily with Gray, but if you get a well-timed gadget and then charge your super pretty quickly, you're going to be able to carry a lot of times with Gray. That's what I see pretty often on knockout anyways. And then the final one, after we kind of sweat this last bit, is RT. So RT is a brawler I really like in knockout, because of course he's got the range and the gadget to counter other sharpshooters, but he's also he's got his super, which actually is really underrated, because you think about it, there's a couple of like hybrid options in knockout like Bonnie and also Gray. What they can't do to RT is teleport onto them or jump onto him, because of course he can just split and just delete them. So that's why I really like RT specifically in knockout. I've seen it quite a few times where he will literally counter the whole composition. He'll counter the snipers, like I don't know, B for example, or Piper, and then the opposition's gone like a Bonnie as well, and he just counters the Bonnie because he can't jump on it. So yeah, let's see if our teammate clutches up in the end against an Edgar. Hopefully, no, I don't think he's got the knockback gadget, but it shouldn't really matter too much. Actually, he does. He's going to be able to get the win anyway. And Piper, again, just like Bouncy, can be a really decent kind of carry brawler, but me myself personally, you know, I didn't really do any carrying in that game, but you get what I mean with Gus. You've probably seen it countless amounts of times. So that's going to be it for today's video. And if you're wondering as well, the best carry options in Showdown is to just team. That's the best way. And I'm not really going to involve like Volley Brawl and Jules, just because of course Jules, you're just carrying yourself, and Volley Brawl is a pretty trash game mode in my opinion. Literally all you need is a brawler that has like a stun or a knockback mechanic, and you're going to be winning the game. So that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.